Biafra na meheranyi onuzo ke Biafra meheranyi onuzo ke Biafra Tell me what we do, everybody want to kill us. They want to take what belongs to us. Try. We they love our neighbors, so we they love ourselves too. So it is written in the holy book. Try. You find a channel na meheranyi biko kodo onyolu welu mono aya na meheranyi do onyolu welu mono onyo chai chukwu kikele anyị na bogi bia nyela time is now. We want to go. Remember your promises. Oh, na me oh, onuzo ke Biafra. Meherani onuzo ke Biafra. Na meherani onuzo ke Biafra. Meherani onuzo ke Biafra. Ndiro maranyi buruburu anachi wepunda anyị n'ike shata oh they are holding our lead Mazinambika now is prime minister Mazi Simon Obatobie we shall rise and defend our land the land of rising sun is our hope Yogi bikonu sitende muziki kame iwele
Merry Christmas to all Biafrans across the world and lovers of freedom. You are welcome into the United States of Biafra. This is a platform that stands in for the United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi. Today, under the order of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. This is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform where we bring updates coming from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Information is coming directly from the United States of Biafra government. In this platform, we say things the way it is. Whatever you didn't hear from the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, does not exist. The only platform genuinely fighting for the restoration of the independent state of Biafra today is the United States of Biafra government under the order of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, until our Prime Minister joins us very soon. In this platform, we say things the way they are. Please like and share this video to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. And pay attention to this video I'm about to play. Whatever war you are waging today, whatever attack you are doing today against the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, is against the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Anybody that speaks or stands against the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, is against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is why you must be careful what you do. You must be careful what you say. You must be careful the angle you are going. Because you think you are fighting the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, but you are directly attacking the Prime Minister. And the consequence for attacking the Prime Minister or the office of the Prime Minister is heavy. For those of you who did not know, I am going to play this video to remind you of the consequence of fighting against the office of the Prime Minister. Fighting against Mazi Simon Ekpa, whom the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, is representing today. Whatever you think you are doing against her is not against her. Your fight is against the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And there is a heavy consequence for such moves. Those of you blackmailing, those of you going on different angles, on different levels to attack her, I am sorry for you. Some of you have not learned your lesson. And some of you who are new, I want you to listen to this very video I'm about to play. After listening, you will decide either to continue on your evil art or not. It is unfortunate that some hearts are sealed, that some people are so evil that they cannot be able to know between the good and evil. It is unfortunate that this video I'm about to play, even those who knows about this video are today going against it and fighting against Mazi Simon Ekpa indirectly. And I want you to pay attention to the video. At the end, you will know where you have to stand and you will know what your fate is. If you continue to attack the Deputy Prime Minister, the office of the Prime Minister, the consequence is heavy. Watch from beginning to end. I bet you will never remain the same. Fellow Biafrans, with the information that is available today, if anybody is still confused about the true situation of things today, it means you yourself is not truthful. The truth about the confusions everywhere have finally been released with the videos flying right, left, and center. It is obvious that whom the God wants to destroy, he will make them mad. Today, we are seeing a lot of revelations. We are seeing informations coming from east, west, north, and south, and all these informations are pointing at one thing. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, the United States of Biafra is one. There is no two United States of Biafra. All the Biafran people with the unanimous decision and agreement of over more than 50 million people who participated in the self-referendum gave that power to the government of Biafra under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Gave him that authority and order to go ahead and make declaration for the United States of Biafra. Mazi Simon Ekpa did as the people wanted. He galvanized the people together and everyone agreed that we are going to go to Finland and declare Biafra. And remember, in the process of the preparation, he said that Biafra will be declared on or before the 2nd. That it can be declared on or before the 2nd, depending on the scale of things. And we saw the Biafrans flying in from all parts of the world. They all assembled in Finland. People from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, from Africa, all assembled in Finland. And they were able to come together and put down their signature and declare the restoration of the independent state of Biafra on the 29th of August, 2024. The media carried it. The whole world were watching why the convention went on. The whole world were watching how the convention was held. The whole world was watching how the Deputy Prime Minister today, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the COS, was there making the declaration on behalf of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Go back and watch a clip. You will hear him in all his speech saying, on behalf of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Remember, she is standing in for the Prime Minister. And this has been the order and foundation laid down by the Prime Minister. He has made it very clear. She has always been standing in for Prime Minister. Even while the Prime Minister was around, she always stood in for him. And remember, when Mazi Simon Ekpa was asked, in your absence, who is going to take over? Mazi Simon Ekpa will say, we have a structure. Why are you not asking yourself, what was that structure that Mazi Simon Ekpa was talking about? What was that structure? Many of us in the cabinet know what the structure is. It is not something new. We know the commands, how things are working. We know who is who. And from you, the observers that is watching from distance, you can equally tell who is the second in command. If you have watched the convention from beginning to end, you will equally say who is in line. But in the midst of all this, people are having their doubts, people are having their disagreements, and we saw a group sprang up from nowhere and begin to overthrow the government of Mazi Simon Ekpa. The office of the Prime Minister has never been found wanting. They have always done what they are supposed to do at the right time. They have never been found wanting at any point. It is unimaginable to see somebody begin to insinuate that they want to install another Prime Minister. But this is what we saw. Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, was put in place by Mazi Simon Ekpa. And she is the COS of the United States of Biafra. She is the COS of Briggy then. She is not just the COS of Prime Minister. In all places where Prime Minister introduced her on video, you will see him speak that this is the COS of the Biafra government. On video, he made introduction. And on several occasions, he made it very clear. But these criminals came out and they began to paint a different picture to overthrow the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister kept things in order, and everybody was fully in order until someone emerged and began to push a different narrative and lies. But I tell you, today, those lies can no longer fly. Njoku knows how he does his job. Every one of us today have seen the video that is flying from east, west, north, and south. We have seen video that have emerged from different angles, from different corners. And those videos that I imagine are speaking one thing. They are clarifying one thing. Even though when the video emerged, the intention of bringing out the video was different. And for the record, that video you are seeing that is circulating everywhere about the meeting of the cabinet was not released by the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. If there's anybody that has the right to release such video or access to such video, it is the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who was then the COS. The COA conducts all the meetings. She records every cabinet meeting, and the records are with her. When you look at that video that was released, you will see that it was a video that was snapped with a camera. Somebody was recording the cabinet meeting with a camera, which is against the order of the cabinet. One of these criminals today who is fighting against the COS was recording the meeting. This is something important that everyone must look at. Why was that person recording the meeting? Recording the meeting of the cabinet is against the law. Who was she trying to send the meeting to? Who has she been sending information to? Who has she been revealing discussions on the cabinet with? Now you understand that all this while there has been agents of the zoo in the cabinet who send us information. Every time we have a meeting, they will record and send to their partners. And this time, Njoku exposed them. They were trying to show the people that the COS only has the right to conduct functions outside and not the right to take decisions. But from that very video, you can see the content of the discussion. And even in that very video, when you see the manner in which the Prime Minister himself was speaking, Mazi Simon Ekpa, you will understand that after him, the next authority is the COS. And she has that power to conduct affairs in the absence of the Prime Minister. It was made clear on that video. But I want you to see. If you have watched that video closely, you will see how all attack was on the Deputy Prime Minister. Their intention is nothing but to see that Mazi Simon Ekpa takes her away from her position so that they can have access to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Even in that program, you're going to see where Mazi Simon Ekpa told them that many of you are supposed to go on suspension, but I will leave it because of the serious issues we have at hand. But don't think you can get away with it. He made it very clear. That is why sometimes when we preach, we tell people that if you think that Mazi Simon Ekpa did not see this coming, he saw it. He saw it, but he tried to manage it up to this extent until the thing becomes clear that it cannot be managed anymore. And I thank Njoku Abiyama that under the order of the COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, things were put in place. People were put in their right places. People were put in their right places. Today, if you are a genuine Biafran and you still say you are confused or you don't know where to stand, either left or right, you still stand in between, you are part of the problem. Because every single evidence you need is out there. There are numerous evidence that will make you not to believe whatever this so-called, I don't know what to call them because they have double names. That is the most disturbing one. I don't know which name I mentioned. The person that is parading himself today as their fake prime minister has double name. We don't even know on which name to address him. As if that is not enough. You have seen the Mazi Simon Ekpa question him on that video on the release, and you see the kind of answer he gets. And you see in that video when Mazi Simon talked about cabal and told him directly, people might be in a cabal, but they don't know they are there. Now you can understand the level of treachery, the level of wickedness and insensitivity among these people, this group that are fighting against the COS today. They didn't start today. It has been long, but Mazi Simon Ekpa, with his knowledge and wisdom, has been able to manage them to make sure Biafra is declared. And their target was to disrupt the declaration of Biafra. They knew very well the important role the COS is going to play. They wanted to cage Mazi Simon Ekpa so they can be able to give him the condition on what to do. The same thing that the DOS did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is what this group we are planning to do. The zoo was able to plant them, and their duty is to cause confusion, to cage Mazi Simon Ekpa and make sure that no genuine person comes around him. That is their mission. The same way the DOS surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they made sure that no reasonable person comes around him. You can see how they surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anytime you bring a suggestion, they will fight against you. They push propaganda against their fellow Biafrans. Their focus is attacking any Biafran that rose up to bring a solution. They are going to fight against, and they will tell you either you didn't swear an oath, or that you're not genuine, or that you're not. They call you different kinds of names. That was the role the IPOB in Nigeria through the DOS we are playing today. Those same people were able to penetrate into the brigade and they planted their group. But unfortunately for them, Mazi Simon Ekpa refused to give in to their deception. And I bet you this set of group of people have removed many people in this government. Unknowingly to Mazi Simon Ekpa. But it became more clear to Mazi Simon Ekpa when it comes to the DOS, the COS. When it came to the issue of COS, it became very clear that Mazi Simon Ekpa could not take it anymore. And he called everyone in the meeting. And every one of you have seen the meeting, which they themselves exposed. And he was asking him, what has the COS of the government done to you? What has the COS done to you? What? None of them could point at anything. Some of them were pointing out the grievances that have lasted for years. You see some of them in that video challenging Mazi Simon Ekpa, calling him names and telling him that they don't believe in him. And yet, look at you saying that you're confused. You don't know your left and you don't know your right. It is sad that we still have some kind of people in Biafra land that cannot have a word of their own. But unfortunately, you cannot keep us stand still. We, the Biafran people, know what we want, and we will continue to pursue our freedom legitimately until freedom is fully restored in Biafra land. Today, we are focusing on the restoration of complete normalcy in Biafra land. Complete restoration on the ground, that is where we are focusing, and the recognition across the world. It doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter how you feel, your propaganda or your blackmail cannot stop the moving train. The more you try to stop it, the more you disgrace yourself. Today, You can see every one of them covered in shame after they themselves have releasing that very video is enough for every boyfriend to stay away from these people. You think Mazi Simon Ekpa will come out and hear that somebody was recording the cabinet meeting and brought it out, and you think Mazi Simon will take it live with the person? You are a joker. Thank you for watching. Wait for the next episode that is going to come out. More things are going to be revealed. More revelation, and revelation are going to be coming from these enemies, these people that want to truncate the government of Mazi Simon Ekpa. They will expose themselves. What you have just seen is the tip of the iceberg. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, has not released anything, and she has not even responded to them. I bet you they are going to release more evidence against themselves. Watch in the coming week. It is going to be much more tough. Today is sit at home. Wherever you are in Biafra land, make sure you get involved in the sit at home. Do not be deceived. Do not be distracted. While you merry for the Christmas, remember there is war going on in your territory. It is a time of war. It's not a time of celebration. Be careful what you do and where you go. And may Njoku continue to guide and protect every one of you. Thank you so much for listening, and stay blessed. See you again on the next episode. Stay blessed.